Alrighty, transitioning. Uh, Hello, everyone. It's Marito. Um, yeah, I had to delay the stream a little bit and then delay it again very slightly, because of real life circumstances, I suppose you could say. Um, I mean, first and foremost, I'm fucking sick, as you can hear. Uh, that was a fun story all on its own. Last Tuesday, one of the people at my work starts contracting symptoms of like an upper respiratory infection, and I don't get sick often. When I get sick, it knocks me on my ass, and this was no exception. I started to show symptoms Thanksgiving night, so that Thursday, I started to get kind of a sore throat, but I was also drinking, and I've also just occasionally had like a sore throat that goes away in a day or so, or maybe it's like a nasal drip thing. I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll see where it goes. Uh, Friday into Yeah, Friday was bad. Friday was really fucking bad. That sore throat didn't go away. I started to develop coughing. Actually, hold on, muting my mic so that way I don't cough into it. Um, Coughing in the morning, then very slowly, full body aches. It was bad. I spent so much of that day sitting down and outright, maybe occasionally lying down at work. Um, and I was so utterly delirious Friday night that I took the dog out. I didn't even eat anything because it would have all just become liquid anyway, and I just crawled right in bed, coughing again. Damn. It's alright, I just took more NyQuil, so hopefully that'll suppress the cough. Anyway, um, I had Dayquil with me Saturday, so that was good. I have ailments. I have sickness, my friend. I should have played "I'm So Sick" by Flyleaf, but I've already done that as an intro song. I would have had an intro song except for again what happened for today. But anyway, Saturday also pretty bad, but I did have Dayquil with me, which helped, made me functional. Keep in mind, I don't have the kind of job that was like, oh, I can just sit at my desk if I don't feel good. No, I have to go lift cases of fucking beer. So if I'm having full body pains, uh, that's not ideal. Um, yeah, I guess Savannah's patient zero in all of this giving people diseases over the internet business. Sunday I didn't even go in. Monday, Tuesday, obviously I'm off. So that brings us to today. Thankfully, all the pains are gone, but I'm still coughing and not really dealing with like phlegm anymore. That was more of a maybe like a Sunday Monday thing. But yeah, it's still mostly this cough. I sound stuffy, but I can breathe through my nose fine. So yeah, and by the way, this thing is the most transmissible freaking disease I think I have ever seen. Uh, Damn, where do I sign up for Nitro? Hi, Jake. Um, this is the most transmissive thing I've ever seen. Everybody at work got it. Everybody at work got the same awful symptoms. Um, and One guy got the worst of it. He showed up on Saturday because it was going to be the three of us. I was going to call off Saturday, but I was like, well, I know that they're dealing with it too, so let me not put more burden on them. Uh, I get in there. He shows up around 11:15. He makes it about an hour, and my manager, the store manager, goes, "Huh? I wonder where he went." Uh, and she's at her desk, and he comes out of the bathroom like I don't know, maybe a half hour after she asks that, and she goes, "Were you in the bathroom the whole time?" Yeah, he was throwing up every 20 minutes. So I didn't even have it the worst. Uh, Believe me though, it was like Saturday was just her and I like groaning at each other the entire time because we were just in such pain. It was so bad. And then today, and the reason why partially the reason the stream was late. Um, big fucking fighting at my house. Big screaming rows, which are always fun. And definitely not depressing, and definitely don't make my friends want to commit murder. Uh, sorry, I'm suddenly nauseous. Yay! Alright, so it's kind of I guess, kind of a sickly, low-key, depressing start to what was supposed to be the Christmas cornucopia, which is the variety streams I'm going to be doing all throughout December of just like a bunch of random shit as opposed to playing through PS2 games like I've been doing for the rest of the year. And I have actually been waiting to do this one for a couple months now, and it probably would have had the most punch if I did it a couple... Coughing again, hold on. It would have had more punch if I did it back in like September or so, but it's perfectly fine. Minecraft, which is a game that I love and a game that is very, very close to my heart. Probably you cough really, really quietly. It's because I'm muting my mic all the time, Jake. Does the chat want a demonstration of what I actually sound like if I cough without muting? I figure I don't want to trigger anyone's misophonia. His coughs are anti-sound. My coughs are... Now I'm thinking of that song Super Vixen by Garbage, where the song just stops, and that's the hook. Like the choruses and the sound just stops. That's the hook. And it's like... it's great. Anyway, yeah, it might be my second favorite game of all time after Guitar Hero 2. And back in September, I was out of it for a long, long time. But back in September, I was not doing well at fucking all, mentally. And I don't know. I was getting the fuzzies for it again, and I started up an alpha world. Now, I did not start in alpha. I started in release 1.2.5, so that would have been right around mid 2012. So I did not start in alpha, but as I got into the game, I ended up playing pretty much every version of it. And keep in mind, back in 2012, 2013, it was not easy to play older versions of Minecraft at all. The launcher was quite literally just like a login box, like 2 login boxes, and an embedded Tumblr log. That was the launcher. There was nothing fucking fancy about it at all. And of course, before then, there was no launcher. You had to play it through the website. So if you wanted to play older versions, what you would have to do is you would have to get custom launchers. I remember for the longest time it was the DigiX launcher. That was kind of like the one that you would go to if you wanted to play older versions. And, for a long time, then they added the ability to play the older versions through the official launcher, and it was like, oh, cool, I don't need another launcher anymore. And now I'm back to using another launcher, Betacraft, because if you try to play the old versions through the modern launcher, it doesn't patch it for sounds. It also doesn't patch it for skins. So skins and sounds and a couple of other things are broken if you try to play them. The game will still work, but it won't be as it should be. And Betacraft patches that to make it all work again. I'm gonna need to add it to my sources. Coughing again. Again, hoping that cough suppressant kicks in. Whew. I already have the game going. But yeah, how's your Tuesday been, everybody? Whew. Whew. Game capture, I guess, is what we're going to be doing. I'm a little buzzed. Had a twisted tea with dinner. That's another thing, actually, that is, here we are. Yeah, boom. Boom shakalaka. Excellent. That's another thing, actually, that, being sick has kind of, I guess, fixed in me. I was in the habit of getting like free alcohol and stuff from work, because obviously we're a wholesaler. So alongside selling alcohol ourselves, we have specific brands that we sell to other stores and stuff and restaurants in the area. So we're a wholesaler, and as a result, one of the perks that we get as workers after 90 days is that we get a free we always get a free case of water. And this is nice water too. This isn't like Hole in Spring or something. This is like fucking fancy imported water. It's crazy. We get a case of water, and we also get a either another case of water or an alcohol or a case of booze that we wholesale. So, and we have some. We don't have the greatest selection of brands, to be perfectly honest. Coughing. There we go. That was just a quick one. But it's a nice thing, and we do have some that are good, some ciders and stuff. So I was in the habit of getting like free alcohol from work, and even worse was that we had this sample pallet of Busch Light Peach in the back, which we're still trying to get rid of. We were just giving them to customers, one can, 2 cans, whatever. But I was like, oh, let me take a case home. A case is 30 cans. 30 ass fucking cans of, like, peach water beer. Oh. And I'm like, oh, I can drink this. And then, I still probably have, like, 20 cans of it in my pantry. And I'm like, I don't want to drink it ever again. And, again, I was drinking the night before all of the symptoms really started showing up, and I didn't even want to eat that day, and I still, honestly, my appetite has been nuked since then, which I suppose is kind of not a bad thing. I've not been having like the urge to like snack and stuff. I just weighed myself, actually. I'm down a couple pounds. I'm 145 now, so that's pretty crazy, because I had actually just said recently in a journal post, I'm like, oh, maybe I can hit 140, doing another dry January thing. Well, I'm already halfway there, but I also have not had the urge to drink since then, because the last thing that I drank was fucking Goose Island, which is an IPA, and then peach water beer. So that's very bitter, hoppy beer, and then peach water beer. So I'm like, ugh, I still have another 12 pack of the fucking Goose Island mix in at work. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do with that. I kind of don't want to do anything with it. I want to throw it off a roof. I used to think like, oh, I'll have IPAs, because it's 8%, 9%. But I'm definitely past the point at which I can drink solely for the percentage. I'll just actually go with spirits if I'm going to do that. But I really have not had the urge to drink in quite a little bit. Hello, DCB. So, I mean, that's not a bad urge to not have. Sorry, coughing. I'm very glad I'm muting all of these, to be honest. Because that one was fucking violent. Alright, sorry. Stretch to screen. Transition. Boom. Minecraft. Alpha. I have a texture pack. I have a very light texture pack. It doesn't really change the look of the game. Drink it because it tastes good. That's the goal from now on, Kibby. I promise. Scandinavian cider. I do like hardball cider. Hardball cider, local. Shout out. Shout out to Hardball Cider. Their shit is good. I can make a compilation of silence. I mean, do you guys want to hear what I've been muting the entire time? Do you really want to chat? Do you really want to? I can save up one just for you. If you really want to. Exactly. That's what I thought. Alright. Raunchy and bad. Send it to Jake as a voice message. That's actually a fucking really funny idea. Alright, hold on. Jake is all ears. Alright, muting. That got held for review. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful idea. I took it and I ran with it. All right, we are already 18 minutes in and I haven't even gotten to the game yet. Oh, and I forgot. There is one special thing that I have never seen in this world that we are going to see live together, and that is winter mode. Get this man a false. Okay, Jake. Anyway. So, I actually set this to winter mode because it's kind of snowy outside. Like, properly snowy, which makes the fucking gremlin leaving our house. Makes me wonder what happened, because it's not really warm out. Anyway. Bingo, bango, bongo. We're going to see what winter mode looks like together. Probably snowy, but I've never seen my world like this, you know? Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Wow, it really is a winter wonderland. Oh, the bitrate is over. Shh. That's right, I don't really have the stream bitrate up. So it is going to be blocky as shit. Actually, I might have to turn off winter mode. I didn't realize that. That is a funny idea. Yeah, this might look absolutely fucking abysmal. That's fine. That's fine. We are simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Anyway, yeah, I mean, if it just looks plain fucking bad, just let me know and I will quickly NBT explore this and turn it off. But I figured it would be a fun thing to have for a Christmassy thing. Anyway, I'm sure you know what the hell Minecraft is, but like I said, I got back into it. I can't do it. It's passable for me. Alright. Alright, chat has spoken. That's fine. Chat has spoken. Let me switch back to idle briefly. You're triggering Jake. Normally that's funny, but also it is kind of annoying me as well, because it's just, unsurprisingly, a lot of visual noise. And winter mode does not stop. It's not like the snow biomes in modern Minecraft, where like it'll precip. It's constant, so that's gonna be like that for the entire game. So yeah, it's probably for the best. All right. So let's see, NBT Explorer. Jake lives in Florida. Jake lives in our heads, rent-free. Roaming, Betacraft. I haven't even gotten into the world yet. We're already 20 minutes in. Nothing but the finest. Alright, snow-covered. Set back to 0. I was gonna quickly MC edit the snow to get rid of it, but maybe I'll just keep it, you know? I mean, it's not gonna be that much outside of the 3 or 4 chunks that we were just in, but it's alright, it's all good. Yeah, I do think that the NyQuil is kicking in, because I think I feel less urge to cough, I think. I don't know. I'd have to open Jake's DMs to see. There we go. Alrighty. That's kind of adorable. That's kind of a nice vibe. I don't know how far that'll extend outside of the couple chunks that we're in, but yeah. And the water has all iced over. Much better. Alright, yeah. It was a cute idea, but to be honest, that 30 seconds was about all we needed. Oh my god. Sorry, taking a moment to not be stuttery. Me and my fucking old computer. Which is still working fine, even though the screen died on it, by the way. We're still going ham. So yeah, like I said, I'm using a slight texture pack that changes just some of the stuff, changes some of the armor. I think there were tweaks made to like the cobble and things to make it slightly more seamless, I think he said. Glass. It's very slight crafting table. Nothing that like massively changes the game any though. Oh man, I actually kind of really like the vibes of just a little sprinkling of snow. I actually quite like that. All right, I'm glad that we didn't have it on, but I don't mind this at all. All right, anyway, so my world. Like I said, I started this back in September, and when I initially started playing Minecraft, like I said, it was a release version, but I got into playing older versions just because I was, immensely curious. It was actually my first friend. Oh my good lord! Yeah, the winter mode's kind of fucked up in the crib. To be honest, I could see why it didn't last very long. Cough. So my friend Aaron in middle school, I didn't have any friends until I was like 11 years old. But I did have this one thing that I was into, and it was this website called ThinkGeek, and nowadays they're literally just a brand for GameStop to sell Rick and Morty merchandise through, and it pisses me off to no end. But in the 2000s and the 2010s, they were a pretty surprisingly popular geek retailer for like, nerd humor, like science jokes kind of thing, and also just cool tech gadgets, like, high-powered laser pointers and shit like that, or like pens with microphones in them, or weird lamps, just all sorts of cool and interesting things. But of course they started bringing in more and more of the they started bringing in more and more of the branded stuff, which makes sense. I mean, what is a geek shopping experience without a little bit of Star Wars and Star Trek and Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, that kind of thing. So it made sense. I don't hate the fact that there was branded stuff. I hate the fact that it was all branded stuff by the end. And now I don't even... I think there's like maybe 2 ThinkGeek retailers, like physical retailers, and it's quite literally just a section on GameStop's website. Oh boy. ThinkGeek, my beloved, what the fuck did they do to you? So anyway, so I brought in, because I always had a little bit of reading material with me, usually like computer books or whatever, but occasionally at school I would bring these Funko Pops. I ThinkGeek, what did they do to you? Anyway, where are you walking to? I'm walking here. Anyway, don't distract me. I have a story I'm telling. If you'd rather me just stand here and stare at the floor, I will. Okay? Anyway, so I always had a little bit of reading material with me, and I would, because we bought stuff from them, I had some of their catalogs. I don't have any anymore. I just have PDFs of them, which is still great, don't get me wrong. But I wish I held on to the physical catalogs, but whatever. Such is life. But the back page was devoted entirely to Minecraft stuff, and this kid Aaron in my gym class was like, oh, hey, I like Minecraft, So he would show me all the Minecraft stuff, and we would talk, and that's how we made friends. I was a total asshole, especially to Danny, who was my second friend after that. Danny is actually the one I've talked to more recently, believe it or not. Aaron, I still have him added on Discord, but I have not talked to him since like 2020. Danny, I think the last time I talked to him was like it's 2023, early 23 maybe. It's funny how that works, but anyway. So Aaron got me Minecraft for my 12th birthday, or it would have been my 13th birthday. Yeah, so I turned 13, and I had Minecraft, and he had a server, and it was very, very cute. He named it after it was like everybody has to have the pun on Minecraft. It was his last name craft. I guess I don't want to dox him. I don't know. Does he care? Can you dox somebody from a misspelling of the last name? I don't know. Is this using the fast decode tune? I don't know what this is using, Jake. I'm not a nerd. Anyway, so So yeah, I played on a server, and I first started in creative like everybody does, uh, but then over time it was like, oh, I got into survival, and then I got into playing all of the older versions. So and that turned into a 7-part retrospective on Minecraft's fucking development that I don't have anymore. I wish I did, because God, that would be fucking hilarious to watch now. I scripted that shit out. I used the like I said, the DigiX launcher to actually play all the old versions in Classic, Survival Test, InDev, InfDev, and I put together scripted retrospectives on its development up to 1.4.7, which was the most recent update at the time. And then with 1.5, I basically fell out of it, and I can blame that on one thing and one thing in particular, Team Fortress 2, because alongside Minecraft, like a year later, not even a year later, maybe actually before this, because it was Hurricane Sandy was that was 2012. I wasn't sure if Hurricane Sandy was 2011 or 2012. It was 2012. But like a couple of months after I got Minecraft, I made my Steam account, because of course, if kids are into Minecraft, they probably have a Steam account and they've been playing like TF2, and what were some of the other ones my friends were into at the time? Realm of the Mad God, I remember hearing about. Garry's Mod, obviously. Garry's Mod was the big one. So I made my Steam account not long after, and that was what eventually took me, as I found out that it had a level editor, of course, Hammer. And suddenly I'm like, oh, I'm going to make levels, and obviously that didn't go anywhere, but, it was fun to play around with. And then I fell into the world of the Quake engine, and then I made fucking, my maps for Quake and got into the Quake community, and that brings us to, 2017, 2018, and you all know what I was up to and then. So anyway, so I didn't play Alpha at the time, but it felt kind of neat to like, oh, let me play a simpler version, because I was kind of interested in a biomes list, like, because this is kind of the end of like the bright green grass leaves kind of era, right? This is it. This is kind of the end of it, because the next update would be the Halloween update, which added biomes, and obviously that's what people consider the golden age terrain generator is the Halloween update through 1.7.3 beta. Obviously 1.8 brought in, I was about to say the modern terrain generator, but I think they've changed it significantly since then, because Minecraft is a game that never stops fucking updating. Even though it is completely unrecognizable from the game that I grew up with, they still keep adding shit to it. Grumble, grumble, old man yells at cloud. So yeah. Sun's going down, so let me actually start showing you a little bit of this world, since I've just been wandering around it aimlessly, as Jake very helpfully pointed out in the chat. So this is my first base, which is just like a wooden hut. I put in a skylight because I wanted to. These furnaces don't have anything in them because I've now built a forge. Some of my stuff is still in here, but yeah, I don't really come in here a whole lot anymore. I do have a basement, just because I remembered that bookshelves were a thing, and this was before they added leather to the book making recipe. So I was like, I gotta make myself so many fucking bookshelves. And then, like I said, the texture pack. One of the things that changed, one of the things it added was, it changed all the paintings. So you get actual paintings, which do look quite nice. But then you also get, if I can get them to show up, yeah, these kinds of like clutter shelves, which you're supposed to put on like the side of like wood blocks and stuff to make it look like they're holding items, like this. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. Now I have to try and get the actual painting that I had. You know what, whatever, I like that one more anyway. So yeah, I have myself like a little library right here. I thought this would be kind of cool. I don't really like this because it's so cramped. I might expand it. I don't even know what this is supposed to be, but it just felt kind of cool to have, like, a spot out here that I could, like, I don't know, peek out at the world at. I think it was originally supposed to be kind of like a loungy area. Convenient place to burn books. Exactly. Because what's the point of having a library if you can't also destroy the library? This is my big fuck off hole, as I've been calling it. This is actually a quarry that I just whole ass dug down to bedrock because I could. Just because. Which took me... I mean, I took a significant break. It was a couple days. But I needed a shit ton of cobble, you know? Because I was like, well, I got big ambitions for this world. So I dug out a whole hole and got a bunch of cobble. Here's proof. Whole bunch of cobble. This is actually one of the things I all that mining, and yeah, I did that all with a stone pick. I did that all with many, many stone pickaxes, yes. Because I wasn't about to lose all of my iron on it. I think I used, well, obviously I used an iron pick for, like, the actual stuff that required it. But yeah, most of that I did with the stone pick. You are off your rocker. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. Cammy doesn't half-ass anything. Y'all should know me by now. Anyway, so, this is the most recent thing that I built, actually. It's like a little garden shed just to... Because before I just had this shit, like, fucking in chests right here. Which, was kind of obnoxious as I started doing world beautification, so I moved them to the shed. I figured we could go for a night walk, even though we might get accosted by mobs, but that's okay. I'll protect you. I have my big iron sword right here. Anyway, so I mentioned I have a forge. Here is my forge. I didn't put glass in the windows because it seemed like a bad idea to not have ventilation in a forge. You know what they say about guys with big iron swords. They're compensating. So it's definitely fun trying to build with such a limited texture block palette, you know, or limited block palette, I should say. So, you know, a lot of, like, there's no stone brick. I know that these look like stone brick, but this is part of the texture pack, where they changed the double slab to have, like, a brick kind of texture on the sides, which is cute. I just don't use it, just because I don't want to rely on a texture pack for specific looks in the world as much as possible. The paintings are like an edge case. I'm okay with that, even though I haven't used them yet. But this side is all coal, and this side is all wood. This is for, like, small smelting jobs, and this is for, like, proper ore. And then in here is where I have all of my mining stuff so far. So these are sweets, as Cabby likes to put them. These are sweets. They're definitely not blocks of gems and minerals. This is just a little open-air fountain area that I thought would be fun to build. I realize there's no sound, right? Is there sound? I don't think so. Nothing that's showing up on OBS. Let me see if I crank it. I just realized we don't have any sound other than me talking. Is there any sound in the game? Oh, I've turned the sound all the way down. I don't think I heard anything. Okay. Music. We'll even turn music up some. Turn the speakers up. Sorry, I'm trying to rearrange this so I can monitor OBS at the same time. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm starting to see it. You gotta use concrete and map art or else you're not a real builder. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting a little something. Had to hit the crank button. Let me see if I can... I'm just going to add a gain filter real quick. So that way I can turn it down on my end and still have it be pretty audible on yours. Yep, a gain filter is fine. And we'll do... Try 6 dB for the moment. Oh, that's plenty. That's actually going to be too much. Let me turn that down. Pro Builder? Pro Audio Mixer. I just noticed that the screen has gone black for you guys. I apologize. Specified window is not a game. That is correct. You're very astute. Okay. There we go. Jeez. Actually, maybe I don't even need the gain filter, right? Yeah, no, that's going to be fine. In fact, I probably am going to need to turn that down. Alright. Alright, I'm done fussing with the audio. It's fine. So... But yeah, it's 10-to-1 compression and Fruity Soft Clipper will fix it. Thank you, Jake. You are a god among men for your nerd credentials, I guess. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go on the town and fight things. So, I spent a lot of time working on roads and having things illuminated. There's no block lighting in this version outside of lava. So, it's entirely lava and torches. Glowstone would not be in the game until the next update. So, I would just put, like, glowstone in the road, but that was not an option. This big-ass thing right here is my greenhouse. Because, gotta grow food somehow. Of course, in this version, you don't need to eat. Eating just, you know, replaces, or, replenishes your health. So... and there wasn't even, like, pumpkins, and certainly not melons yet. So, as a result, it's just wheat and sugarcane in here, or reeds, as they were dubbed at this point. Yeah, reeds. So, eating for fun. Actually, I think we're going to do that right now. I think that is a good idea. So, yeah, greenhouse, which I quite like the look of. Going up here, this is my big tower, which was originally just supposed to be a little lookout tower, but then I went nuts with it. It's got kind of an interesting layout where in order to get to the top, you have to enter it from the bottom, and there's no way to get out on the sides, like on the different levels. So you have to, basically the top is where everything kind of wraps around. If you want to drop down to like the lower platforms and stuff, you can't get inside. Well, you can just hop. Yeah, you can just do that. It's not safe, you know. But you know, you can climb on the different levels and also have a nice lookout at the view, and it is a nice view. It is a very nice view of the world. Is that all snow? Wow, it really did freaking snow across the entirety of the loaded area. What's the light bulb mean? So, I'm a part of this group called Somnolescent, and it's like a little... We call ourselves a cult. It's kind of like an art collective, but we're just, you know, friends having a good time, you know, kind of thing. What's that, like a cult? No. Not at all. Haha. Haha. What's that, like a sex thing? Yes. No one tell them about the porn channel. Haha. Haha. You're pretty advanced for your age, haha. God. Hold on. Cough. Okay. Okay. Jeez. This is what happens. I start trying to laugh, and that's it. I gotta cough. Which has not been ideal, given that I've been fucking watching, funny shit lately. Haha. What a story, Mark. So like I said, I've been building some more roads down this way. So everything wraps around to where we actually started, because that's what I was doing the last time that I had opened this world. My wood farm. So we have a nice big long descent to hell. And then we have my wood farm. That pickaxe, or sorry, that axe pixel art is pretty cash. It was hard as fuck to build, though, if I'm honest. It's pretty gnarly trying to build anything in this version. At least there's sneaking. There is sneaking. There's no sprint. There's sneaking, though. So not only can you be sneaky, but you can also usually avoid falling to your death. But yeah, that's what I was doing. I was clearing out some thingies. Some trees. Yes, I know you're not supposed to take out leaves with an axe. I know that it does double damage to the axe. It's fine. I think I do not have a spare. It's alright. I do what I want. I'm a grown-ass man. I pay taxes. Can't you do ladder spacing in this version? You cannot. I'm calling the police. No worries. She already called them earlier. Thankfully, she did not. Otherwise, there would be no stream tonight. But yeah, one thing I do like about this version, and I am going to take a bunch of damage here in a moment, don't mind me. Punching Oak like a noob. I'm going to punch you, Jake. And then what? Not going to be a noob then. One thing I do like about this version, though, is just how unpolished it is, and yet still completely playable it is. So, like, obviously it's an alpha version, and there are ways to, you know, break it. But it's pretty surprisingly put together for being an alpha version, you know. But there's also stuff you can do, like, I'm trying to think of how best I want to do this. It works best if I have a big line of blocks that I can take out. You can interrupt the mining animation like this, and you can actually, you don't even have to, I did that by right-clicking, but you can actually, if you open the E menu, I know it's called the inventory, I just called it the E menu, which is not even accurate because the default inventory button in this version is I. I don't know, I just find this endlessly amusing. I did this a lot when I was doing the Corey. Because yeah, look, I'm breaking the blocks with my mind. I'm easily amused. But yeah, it is completely playable, you know, which is not something you can always say about alpha versions of games, you know. I know that when I was reading the oral history of Guitar Hero, they had mentioned that with a lot of games, they spend like 80% of it building it, and then the last 20% trying to find the fun in it, you know? And with Guitar Hero, it was like they had the fun right off the bat, and then they just had to build the rest of the thing. Minecraft, I feel like, is exactly like that. Minecraft was fun from day one. It was, you know, I'll see on Golden Age Minecraft sometimes, I'll see people say, like, oh, what's the appeal of these old versions? And the only thing I ever say is, it's fun. It was always fun. You know? There's no other way to put it. It was always fun. So, yeah. Was there something I was going to do? I don't remember. And then this was meant to be like a church. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to do. I was working on a church that is based off of one in North Yorkshire. The redundant Holy Trinity Church in Wensley. When was it built? It looks like the 1200s, something like that. Yeah, church dates from about 1240, so the middle of the 13th century. So I thought it would be a good base for kind of a blocky Minecraft church. And yeah, the pigs are kind of fun. That's one of the big things that the pack changes, is that they made the pigs into boars. Sorry, trying not to cough. So, hold on. Hogs. By the way, the mob AI in this version is so dumb. They're all so stupid. All they do is fucking jump. Even the hostile mobs, all they do is fucking jump all day. They just pick a spot and then jump. He's jumping for joy. Yippee! I forgot. What good is snow if you can't make snowballs? Cough. Alright. And yes, you can make whole-ass snow blocks, which is actually pretty cool. No pun intended. I don't know what I'll use this for. Yeah, so Alpha did have multiplayer, very, very basic multiplayer at this point. Because the different versions, the different eras of Minecraft really were focused on different things. So, of course, Classic, Notch was just building the game. You know, like, he was just figuring out, like, what should it look like, how is it going to generate terrain, all that kind of stuff, how is it going to store all the chunks, you know, the chunk system, I mean. And then, InDev was meant to be him focusing on, all of the survival aspects of it. So the mining and the crafting, tools, the day-night cycle. Oh wow, snowballs have a funny fucking throwing sound in this version. That's another reason I like to use Betacraft, because it patches the sounds to work properly. InfDev, he started over because he was like, oh wait, I could have infinite worlds, right? I could just have, like, the world go on forever. So that was InfDev, hence the name Inf Development, Infinite. And then Alpha, he started focusing more on the features, because, you know, after he gets Infinite World stuff going, which only takes about a month, he starts focusing on adding features again. So you got minecarts. I believe redstone was added in InfDev. The compass, sneaking, or no, sneaking was an alpha thing, I think. So when he just started focusing more on adding features, of course, by that point it was like, oh, you know, it's time to bring it into alpha stage as opposed to InfDev. So, and then Alpha also added, as Jake was talking about, multiplayer. So Classic had multiplayer, which, that reminds me actually, when I first started playing this world, my skin didn't work for whatever reason, and then it started to, and I was like, but wait, there was no skins, you know? So how the fuck did my modern skin, which is Cammy, I think it's still the exact Forest Spirit one that we had back when we were doing the Pinedge streams in like 2021. How did that work in Alpha? There was no skins, you know. Well, I should say, yeah, that's what I thought. But A, there was because of Classic, and B, there was multiplayer, so it makes sense that there were skins. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's why the skins work. That's why there is skin support. There was always skin support in like InDev and InfDev, even though there was no multiplayer, because Classic. Anyway, but yeah, multiplayer in Minecraft was very, very... It was actually... It's interesting, because the Classic multiplayer wasn't super, like, polished or anything, but it worked decently alright. And then when it got brought back for Alpha, I guess because there was so much more going on, it was fucking horrible. Like Jake said, inventories barely worked. You'd log out and lose everything. There wasn't even working server-side inventory for a couple of versions. As in, anything that I think you had to put stuff in chests if you wanted to keep it, and even then, stuff didn't necessarily stay. So, my tasks are talking about the big, spicy, big tasty. Wow. I mean, alpha in general is already the wonkiest thing. I've told people so many times about how awful the fucking stairs are in this version. Stairs in this version suck my entire dick. They are so bad. Stairs are entirely reliant on what blocks are next to them to determine their placement. So if I get rid of this block, bad example. Oh, I know exactly where I can actually trigger this. Actually, I might be able to even trigger it here. No, okay. I do know where I can trigger it. Listen, DCB is a talented boy. Also, he's never leaving school. There we go. This bullshit. This sucks. This sucks. Stairs take a lot longer to mine, and they don't drop themselves. They only drop the actual, like, the cobble block. It was faster to mine them with a sword. No, it's definitely faster to mine them with the pick. Anyway, so that sucks. And if you were to place a block on top of it, it would turn into, you know what? I'm going to waste some cobble and just craft some stairs and show you how fucking broken they are. So, here's the first one. Placement makes no fucking sense. Mining it. They don't drop themselves, they drop cobble. If you look in the hotbar, the culling of the faces is all fucked up. So they look like a big L thing as opposed to stairs. And then if you place a block on top of stairs, they just turn into the fucking cobble. Like, it's, they're horrifically broken. And there's actually a certain place in the world where I gave up because stairs were just that fucking bothersome. And that was with my tower. If I go over to my tower, you can see, you're probably not going to be able to see it too well. Yeah, you can see it up there. You see how I just left off this one row of stair blocks in front of that? There are stairs up there, but they don't appear for some fucking reason. They are there, and if I upgraded this world to a newer version, they would show up, but they're just not there in this version, and I don't know why. I don't know why they don't display in that specific spot, but they just don't. They just don't. Stairs were always lame anyway. Slab staircases look like shit. You and I both know this. I think it's time to take a nice trip to the underworld. What do you think? It's dark outside. False. Jake, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be incorrect. Get this mana false. So, anyway, here is my little strip mine. I'm not actually probably going to do any mining, but I do want to show you what the caves look like in this version, because they are surprisingly frightening. Surprisingly. I don't know. They're not really, like, scary, but they definitely have, like, this unease to them. I don't know if it's because it's like single player or because of the darkness. Mining is the perfect zone out activity. It absolutely is. But there's no brightness slider. If you're used to more modern versions of Minecraft, you know that if you go into the options menu, there would be like a brightness slider that would go from moody to bright. There's no slider. It's always moody. So everything is permanently dark. And torches do not last very long in terms of how far they reach out. So that's why there's so many like dark spots. It's, like I said, it's incredible atmosphere, but man, it does get pretty spooky sometimes. Here is level 16. I think this is where I determined level 16 was, which level 16 is where I always strip mine out looking for diamonds, because that was, at least in the release versions, the early release versions, was where it was most common to find diamonds. I don't know if that's true in this version necessarily, but still, that's what I do. In fact, speaking of what I do, if you notice on my hotbar, I've mentioned this before, I played, like I said, I played 1.2.5 Classic. I've always heard Y11, possibly. I always go from 16, but maybe 11. I mean, it's not really that much of a difference. But, you know, I started with, like I said, 1.2.5 Classic. And if you remember from back then, there was there was that whole, they changed the Classic inventory in, I think, 1.3 to be like the nice tabbed searchable thing. Well, that wasn't the case. When they introduced the original version of Classic in beta 1.8, it was just a big, gigantic grid of blocks that you could select from. And they were kind of just, like, placed randomly. Like, there was no rhyme or reason to the sorting at all. But each of the different types of tools were sorted: shovel, sword, pickaxe, axe, hoe. It might have been IDs. I don't think it was IDs. That doesn't really sound right to me. But anyway, as you can see, I still have that to this day, and that started because I was so used to just giving myself a full set of diamond tools from the Classic inventory, just one after another. And that's just how I've always sort of... I just instinctively, I hit 3, that's my pick. That's my sword. If I hit 2, you know? But anyway... So here is the cave system that I was delving into. I do not have the right pick for this at all, but he has autism. I'm not sure I can take this slander lying down. I resemble that remark. Alright, let's be very, very careful. You're not lying down, you're sitting. I could be lying down if you want me to. So yeah, like seriously, some of this stuff is... Ooh. Oh god. Hello. See? Look at him. He just fucking... He hop. What he haps in. If you lie down, you'll fall asleep. Now, this is slander. I have never once fallen asleep after I've lied down. Not once. Creeper. Aw, man. Actually, my name is Cammy. I'm gonna lie down for a minute. Whammy woo. Ow. There we go. Oh god, there's another one. Okay. This might actually not be a great idea. This is doxing. It's true. It's very, very true. Alright. If I'm gonna be down here, I need to do this seriously. So let's get some food in me. There he is. He hops away. I never actually explored this part of the cave. Hello. Thanks for hopping in. How you doing, man? Oh god, spider. Oh god. Zombie, too. Oh, and I barely have any armor left, so that's even better. Oh yeah, and zombies drop feathers in this version. That's how old this is. Creeper! Aw, man. Creepers, by the way, are fucking assholes in this version. I mean, they're assholes anyway, but they're fucking ruthless in this version. Hello? Hello? He's tired. He's like, what if I don't want to explode? Really? It wasn't even intentional. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Ooh, coal. I also use the same drop ID as chickens. Yes, but that would require killing you, and I can't lose you. Hello, Jake. Test. Hello. Alright, how do I want to approach getting that coal? I mean, I guess I just start by getting the coal. But like I said, if I'm down here and I'm actually exploring this cave, which I did not intend to do, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my mine. I might as well, I could block the lava with dirt. Yeah, but I meant more like, oh, this is another thing. Furnaces. Their placement kind of depends, or their orientation kind of also depends on what blocks are around them. Or so I thought. It's alright, no big deal. Showing off more quirks this version. Yeah, I mean in the... Never mind, sorry. In closer to the release versions, they made it so that way it just faces you when you place it. So that obviously gives you more control, but there's... It's so odd. It's so strange. But yeah, I suppose I'll just place the lava like that. I need more coal anyway, so... But I figure if we're going to be down here, I might as well play this seriously and start, like, actually making some like, decent tools and stuff. But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... I'm going to make myself another stone pick, just for stone. And then, as soon as I get to that iron, we'll make an iron pick. I'll start smelting some stuff. Put mending on your pickaxe. Jake, I don't know how to tell you this. That wasn't in this version. There's not a lot in this version, okay? Actually, one thing that they did fix from the version of InfDev that I was used to is that with that one, because you guys know that depending on which tool you use to mine a block, it will change what it drops, right? So if you mine stone with your hand, oh my god, I forgot that crafting tables are flammable. But if you mine like stone or God forbid iron with your hand, it doesn't drop anything because you didn't use a pick. Well, originally, like in InfDev and stuff, what would happen is it would determine what was in your hand based on the item that was in that selection, that selected hotbar item after the block was mined. So what that means is that if you only had one use on your pickaxe left, you would mine the block, the pickaxe would break, which would treat it as though you were just mining it with your hand, and even though you were using the pick on the block, you wouldn't get anything from the item, or you wouldn't get anything from the block. So the last use of your pick would always result in you getting absolutely nothing. He did fix that for this though, so that was very nice of him. Yeah, it's a true story. Ask your parents. I don't want to use up coal for this because it's not a full stack. Let's do... Shut up. Let's just use wood planks. That's easiest. By the way, you also can't use saplings as fuels. Which sucks because I have so many fucking saplings. It was so nice being able to get rid of saplings in later versions, just using them as fuel. I know that they only do half an item, but sometimes you need those smaller fuels because you only have small smelt jobs, and you don't need, you know, you don't need a ton of smelt time. You only need to smelt 1 or 2 items. So alrighty. Oh, by the way, there's no texture pack support in this version. I had to manually, like, hard modify the jar for this one to be able to get these custom textures. So this is truly when you had to do shit the hard way. I think texture packs were introduced in Alpha 1.2. I don't think it was 1.2.6. I want to say it was like 1.2.2, 2.3, 2.4, somewhere around there. But anyway, now I think I'm ready to take on the world. Let me heal up a little bit more. There's just all these little things that I think Minecraft really has one of the most fascinating developments of any game, even though there aren't like the big triumphant stories. The fact that it is just so well documented and we had access to so much of it makes it very, very interesting to return to, you know? I appear to be out of torches. That's alright. I never finished mining that coal either. Let me go ahead and do that. You know, and that's, I guess, why my, like, 13-year-old self decided to make a big fucking documentary about it that is now completely lost to time. Hold on, give me one moment. Okay. That was interesting. No, I'm not going to talk about it out loud. Anyway, back to Minecraft. Yeah, I know that was stupid of me. Where were we? Yeah, so I found, you know, the... Oh, God. Quite the coughing fit. Yeah, we'll put it like that. Anyway, man, I'm nauseous again. I hate being nauseous. I've had these random, like, bouts of oh, creeper. Oh, man. I don't even know what they are. It usually happens when my stomach is digesting food. I don't know what it is. It only ever lasts 5 minutes, but it is a painful fucking 5 minutes. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, no, I just find it a really fascinating, like, development of the game, and part of the thing that I see discussed all the time, obviously on like Golden Age Minecraft, is you know, the subreddit is you know, what makes these versions have such a pull to them, and it's because they're so different. Ow. Ow. You know, like, it's just such a completely different feel, and there's not as much to do. There's a lot of, like, in the modern versions, basically ways to draw out the game, you know? Like, I think the most recent update, as I speak, it's like a kid seeing Windows 95 for the first time. Yeah, kind of. That's not a bad way to put it. But I think the most recent update as we speak is the Tricky Trials update. Is that what that's called? Which is just like it's a neat idea. It's like all these, oh good lord, like all these challenge things that like let you get loot and stuff for surviving and defeating mobs and whatnot. But the problem is that Minecraft is just not the game mechanics were built as you were like this stiff little guy basically just in a 3D space of blocks, and it's really good for placing blocks and breaking blocks and like a little bit of like waving swords and things. So, you know, it's a good building game with some light RPG mechanics as opposed to a bad RPG with some light building mechanics, which is kind of what it is now. And I get the whole I get the gist of it. I get what they're trying to do because they have to keep it on life support, but whew, wow. And by the way, you don't get put out from lava in this version, so that was brazenly fucking stupid of me. But you know what? I like to live extremely dangerously. I don't know why I'm not using my stone pick for these. There's really no reason to mine coal with iron. New dark biome. That's another thing. There's like fucking 50 biomes now. Like, what the hell? What was wrong with forest, desert, taiga, swamp, savanna, fucking hell, and 50% of the world is still ocean? Yeah, Jesus. That bugs me. Imagine you're like, oh, it's an infinite... Yes. Imagine you have a world that it's infinite, and most of it is water, and you can't use it. Wow, it's a real-ass Minecraft biome in my chat. It's such an honor to see you. Like, what a ripoff, right? And I get that it's supposed to be like, oh, how most of the Earth's planet's surface is fucking water, right? That makes perfect sense. But this is a video game, and I can't build. Oh, man, that's crazy. Whereas in this version, you got infinite building space. I mean, don't get me wrong, halfway through you're going to be like jittering through space. But, you know. I think what's also cool, too, is that with the increase... I know that they're still here. I'm trying to see if I can get him in view. That's another thing. Fucking Bedrock Edition. These motherfuckers took my Minecraft, my game, that's just called Minecraft, and then they go, actually, this is what we call Java Edition. I'm like, no, fuck that. You're Fallout Boy. This is Minecraft. You can call it Bedrock Edition if you want, which, funnily enough, they were aiming to just call Bedrock Edition Minecraft. So Bedrock Edition was just going to be Minecraft, and then Minecraft Java Edition, because they I swear the point was to deprecate Java Edition at some point. That was the goal. Java Edition has just been this like gigantic fucking thorn in the side of Mojang since branching out into Minecraft for everything, you know, because originally it was just Java Edition. So it just ran on PC. That's it. That was it. Even though Java runs on 6 billion devices, it was just for PCs. And then they came out with Pocket Edition. You know, the real OGs remember when it was Pocket Edition, and it was only for the Xperia Play, which was really funny. And there's like photos of Notch in his little fedora, giving a big old shit-eating grin to the camera. as he holds up a Sony Xperia Play with Minecraft Pocket Edition on it. It's great. And that was great. I remember the early versions of Pocket Edition before it even had. Do you guys remember I don't even know if this is still in the game. The Nether reactor. So you would build this like weird structure, and then it would give you like crying obsidian and like all the Nether blocks, all that. Ooh, wow, that was fucking close. Sorry, I spooked myself. Yeah. So there was that, and then there was the Xbox 360 edition, which, you know, naturally a lot of people started with. I've never played it. For all of my time spent with Minecraft, I have never played the Xbox 360 version. I know that Cabby and Triss started with it. Triss would apparently lag the shit out of the game by building whole-ass redstone computers in it. Sorry, cough. Hey, that's becoming a progressively drier cough. That means that there's less, like, mucusy stuff in my throat. That's good. Let me take a drink. Hydration Nation. Yeah. So, there was Xbox 360 edition, which I think was, again, its own code base. So, suddenly we now have Minecraft being from 1 game to now 3 games. The computers work cool, and I still do not comprehend it, if I'm honest. I'd like to, because that just sounds fun. But anyway. So, you know, and that only got worse. Oh my god. They come in 2s and they come in 3s. I was joking about the 3s part. They have so much... Jesus. I wish I could just laugh without exploding into a coughing fit. These are some dumb creepers, dude. Oh, he's so excited. He's about to bust a nut. I'm telling you, the mob AI in this version sucks dick. You can get him to walk in the fucking holes. Hey, kid, you want a creeper a federal building? Jesus. Breathe. Is this what asthma feels like? That's the goal. Dude, why are these creepers not following me? Asthma feels like oxygen deprivation. Noted. I love having healthy, beautiful lungs, by the way. I have healthy, beautiful lungs. It's just that I'm fucking sick. Thank you, Kate. Okay, this is getting strange. That's now like the 6th or 7th creeper that has just not had any interest in following me. I'm gonna need a new sword in a moment. They're working. I have ailments. I have crippling autism. Oh, good lord. Creeper sexual harassment? Can't relate. I smoke. That's another thing. Everybody at work fucking smokes. Man, I had a point. I was talking about something. Yeah. So they were building all these different versions of the game for fucking everything. There was the 3DS version, the Wii U version, the Xbox One version, the PS3 version, the PS4 version, all this fucking shit. So they discontinued what they call all of the... They now call these the Legacy Console Editions. I'm just gonna have another sword on hand. Letting that sweet, sweet Minecraft music take me back. Marlboro, more like Marito. I'm not smoking any person then. Yeah, Jake isn't gay. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't swing that way. He has no problem with people who do, but let's not get crazy here. He just doesn't want to see it in front of him. Okay. So they, unite it all into Bedrock Edition, which I remember playing because back in, I think, 2017, everybody who had a Java Edition got a free copy of Bedrock Edition. Ugh. Fuck you. Yes! Yeah, go ahead and attack him. Do my fucking bidding. If you don't get caught on a torch. Yeah! Fuck him up! Yeah! Oh, that's that good shit. Of course. Their arrows are fairly floaty, so it's not too hard to be able to dodge them. Hello, Moo. Welcome to a very, very sick, slightly delayed, slightly more low-key than intended stream. So, shoutouts to whatever channel in late 2010 was giving 14-year-old me free copies of Minecraft Alpha. Like I said, I joined in 1.2.5, so this is actually before my time, but, ugh. Jesus motherfucking Christ. This is like roguelike cave right here. But it doesn't mean I don't still enjoy it. I've been playing this world for a couple months now. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is a dangerous game. Okay. This is why we have a spare sword. And I'm starting to run a little low on wheat. That's not ideal. But anyway. So I think that the goal was that they were going to turn Bedrock Edition into the Minecraft, right? Because they didn't call it Bedrock Edition for the longest time. But they did rename was just Minecraft into Java Edition, which is not Java Edition. It's the whole ass Minecraft. This is the game. You know, there is no fucking Java Edition. And I get why they did that, because it wouldn't make sense to have one be Bedrock Edition and one be Minecraft, any more than it would make sense for one to be Minecraft and the other to be Minecraft Java Edition. I understand that. But, like, I'm just never going to think of it as Java Edition, because that just... You can have your Pocket Edition fucking fork. There's no such thing as a Nintendo. Ugh. Oh god. Where the fuck did he come from? It's alright. Respawn. There we go. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, no, get them Fs in the chat, boys. I died. And there ain't no death points in this. There's no waypoint markers. There's nothing. You just gotta hope you can find it in 5 minutes before all your items disappear. First try. Anyway, so when they brought out, that, it was like the Play Together update or something like that. They haul this for a lump of coal. You did get lava though. No, I didn't. I wasn't anywhere near lava when I died, thankfully, so none of my shit's gonna be, like, burning. Thinking about eating cabbage and frolicking with wolves. DCB has it right. I think I went down this way. But yeah, anyway. So, they gave everybody who had Java Edition Bedrock Edition, and I played it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this does not feel right at all. Yeah, no, I didn't get lava'd. I got ass raped by a random zombie. I don't even know where the... You gotta be fucking kidding me. I will punch the shit out of this spider. I will. Watch me. I'm gonna kill this fucking spider. Watch me. Boom. Take that, you little fucking dweebus dickus. Anyway, here's all my shit. Ugh. Spider 1, Cammy 0. I won, Jake. I won, and you fucking saw it. Watch. Here's how dumb the mob AI is in this version, right? Get this motherfucker to come around the corner. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it now. Hold on. They keep getting stuck on the wall. They keep getting fucking stuck on the wall. Fuck you. Fuck you. Only the meat get pinched. The bold survive. If I can just get my fucking sword. Yes. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is the kind of high-octane entertainment you come for on this channel. Wow. I don't know how I just did that. Holy shit. I don't know how I survived that. There were even fucking... I think there was a skeleton behind me. And he just didn't get me? First try. First try. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. I don't care. Yeah, back to spawn I go indeed. Jesus. I've had a little bit too much excitement for one stream. There it is. And I need to go heal up. And I didn't even get to see what was at the top of that cave. There could have been something really cool. No more playing with the undead. There could have been something really cool. I bet you there was blackjack and hookers up there. Maybe there was like, I don't know. Like that thing that everybody does in Classic where they just make a house out of diamond blocks. Maybe that was up there. And I'll never know. The Herobrine spawner. There we go. We found him, ladies and gentlemen. We found the Herobrine. I guess I could go make myself another suit of armor. That would have been nice. Oh, there is one more thing I was building. I am Steve. What's kind of it was really interesting to see how everybody had the exact same reaction to the first trailer, which was what the actual fuck is Jack Black doing? And then the second trailer comes out and people are like, you know what, maybe this will actually be just like stupid fun. It was really interesting to see the shift. Like people have like slowly accepted, it's like a terminal cancer patient, slowly accepting their fate. That's what people are doing. They're looking at the Minecraft movie slowly about to come out and they're like, you know what? Maybe it won't be as bad as we thought. Anyway, here was another thing that I started. The acceptance step, exactly. We're through the 5 stages of grief. This is another thing that I had started. I wanted to start working on like a proper big-ass castle. So I know this just looks like a bunch of random cobble, but I was just trying to plan out the layout before I actually stacked it upwards. So that's kind of what became... and of course, now with snow covering half of it, it doesn't look like anything, and it didn't look like anything anyway, because I was still figuring it out. This inner area was supposed to be like a moat. This is actually based off a real-ass castle that I went to last time I was in Wales. Jake, I'm gonna make the game render at fucking 5 FPS. You're gonna watch it like that, and you're gonna like it, you little bitch. Alright? You sit your underweight ass down. Slidester stream goes hard. It's the DCV special. My Friday stream was several minutes behind. Was it? Was I that out of it that I didn't even notice? Wow. Honestly, I did not even notice. It was a good stream. Hold on, sorry, go off. Yeah. You passed out and didn't even see the snow leopard. Alright, listen, I have an excuse. Alright? I couldn't get warm all day. And then even better, when I was driving home, she had the heat in the car blasting so hot, and I had a fever. Was that the day you sent me completely nonsensical DMs? Right. So out of fucking nowhere, I was starting to get worried about, I don't even know what it was about, that I would like the people would show up from the courthouse to take plushies away from me or something like that. I don't even remember, but it was like, Kebby looks at me and she goes, "What?" I looked at it myself and I went, "What?" And I was like, I should go to bed. You're talking about going to court to get the plushies back. Man was smoking that good stuff. Alright, listen. Like I said in the beginning, when I get sick, I don't get sick often. When I get sick, it knocks me on my ass. It is crazy. I told this story, I was in college. I was so sick. I don't know what I got sick with. I was so sick. Every time I would swallow, my ears would pop. Oh, it was bad. It was so fucking bad. I was delirious. Cabby will remember this. This had, maybe this was a couple months into us dating. But I was, no. This might have been even before we were dating. Because I was in college. And I remember it was, but I don't know if I was home on break or what. But, I remember I was so delirious. And at the time, I like shoegaze music. I know that sounds random, but it's not. There's one of the big four shoegaze is a band called Slowdive, and their third album is called Pygmalion, and it's you have the first two which sound like actual dreamy rock music, and then you have this third album which is like very abstract, echoey, abstract, guitar kind of instrumentals, very abstract. And I never understood it for the longest time. And then I had, I was sick, like I said, and I had this album on, and I finally understood it. I was so sick that I'm like, I finally like this album. So that was the, I had to get sick as fuck. So, like, literally laying there, I didn't know where I was. I was so hot. And that's when I finally understood Pygmalion by Slowdive, as an album. So, there you go. And if you listen to that album, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. That album is fucking strange. I don't even know if it was a plushie custody battle. You could take a shortcut just by eating shrooms. I don't have access to shrooms. If I go to Canada, I will. But yeah. I had an idea. I had a point. I had a point to all this, and I will never have a point ever again. This has already been a complete shit show. You know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back down there. We're gonna prepare, chat. Bro is all out of pointins. You goddamn right. Good stream. Very good stream. Thank you guys for watching. Yerky, get his ass. Oh, and I have bricks. It took me so long. Clay is so fucking hard to find in this game. Good lord. It took me so unbelievably long to find fucking any coal whatsoever. But I did. I found coal. We have 5 more hours left. Oh, shit in your mouth. Savannah, I'm not into that. Stream stops when he raises $200. Man. Tough crowd. You're not getting a table. I'm sorry. A boy has to draw the line somewhere. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? You've walked into possibly the best, worst stream of all time. I'm sick. I have an excuse, okay? What am I missing? Leggings. That's right. We're going to go back down there. Spaghetti and meatballs. Does that include chalky milk? And is it from a diner? Just asking random people questions that they're not going to understand the references to. Gotta cover the chat with your character. Alright, just because Jake said so. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, actually, because that's going to mess up my stream layout. I'm lazy. I'm not going to do that. That would be a funny bit. Do it. Alright, fine. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll do this. Let's do... Copy. Paste duplicates. Oh no. Streamlabs has frozen. There we go. Alright. There we go. So now we have 2 morphs, so I can immediately put this back. I'd rather die than use Streamlabs. You have a lot of strong opinions, Jake. You have a lot of strong opinions. Alright. So I now have a full suit of armor again. We are going to go back down. Where's the hat? What do you mean, where's the hat? Dunce cap. There's no dunce cap on the not PNG tuber. Party hat. I don't have a party hat. Dunce hat on the ref sheet. Does Marf even have a ref sheet? I don't know. Streamlabs' capability is proven by my stream on Sunday. It's true. She has the best stream layout. She has the best stream setup. It's so funny because for ages and ages, she was too scared to stream, but she was very, very happy to make PNG tubers. And that's my girl, who I apparently only love because she draws better than my sister. I'm telling you, it's been a hell of an evening. Okay. Sometimes you just want to make little guys that yap catastrophically. That's a high bar to pass. Seriously, what has been going on with the mobs in this version? They just stand there. They just fucking stand there. And this is not something that I've seen off stream, by the way. This is entirely on stream behavior. Oh god, there are many, many people I love more than her. My god. Like I'm telling you, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna find that Herobrine spawner. I have faith. They're shy. Oh, good lord. I didn't even see him in front of me. Wah! Holy shit. Gold. Yes. The butter blocks. No, I'm just fucking with you. Fun fact, though, in survival test, you just... There were no tools, so you would just mine everything with your hand. Man. This actually goes back up. Let's do some exploring. I like exploring. Exploring is fun. I do hear that there are more mobs. I just gotta find where. They're deeper in. There's one. It's a horror game. Kind of. In some ways, it does startle you. And then there's like those tense moments where I managed to steal all my stuff back with 2.5 hearts of health. With a skeleton and 2 fucking zombies right behind me. I did that shit on stream. And Leroy wanted to say I'm not a pro gamer. Ugh. Ugh, you smell. Get the fuck out of here. Look at this fucking creeper. He's so docile. Why are they all so docile? Yeah, they'll start like priming the fuse if you get close, but they're not gonna follow you. Why? Why do they not follow me? They always follow me, except when I turn the stream on. It's so bizarre. It's kind of neat, though. I feel like this is unintended mechanics that you won't see on any other stream. Stage fright. Like, oh no, what if I don't kill him? This is what I've was training all my life for. They have social anxiety. That's okay. You won't feel anxious when you're dead. I intended to do more building this stream, but to be perfectly honest, I've kind of been losing steam with this world. I had so many, like, big plans, and then, I think what happened was I started, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell as well, swallowed shampoo, probably gonna die, anyway, as I completely lose my train of thought because of Jake. All my homies hate Jake. Oh, good lord. Where the fuck are you? Give me your phone number. Send feet pics. Don't clip that out of context. Done. Well, it was already done with you since it was a requirement to be insomnal. I hear them. Where are they? Woo. You hear that? World Star. God. Why has God cursed me with having a cold at the time I want to laugh? Anyway. Is that a warrior cat name? What the fuck is a warrior cat? You don't get to be happy. No joy and whimsy for you, motherfucker. Anyway, what was I saying? Man, completely lost my fucking train of thought. Yes, so I was losing a little bit of steam with this world. I think I got, like, overly conscious about it. I'm like, but what if I don't, what if it looks like shit? Which is really what you gotta not do, because once you start, like, oh, it has to look good in Minecraft, that's it. You're never gonna want to build anything. But it's been okay. I did start on that church. I just gotta build the church. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe it won't be a church. Maybe I'll have it be like it's got an altar, but the rest of it is, like more of a library or something. Because again, there's not like if this was, well, a release version, I would put it like an enchanting table in there, but obviously there's no enchanting tables in this version, that kind of thing. I could upgrade this world, actually. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I do want to do that. I do want to, like, bring this world into the newer versions. The one thing that always puts me off, though, is that that's going to cause the massive, like, chunk corruption that happens, where when it generates new chunks, because here's, alright, so if you don't know anything about how Minecraft generates worlds, there's what, you know, everybody knows what's the seed, as it's called. So obviously, every time you start a new game in Minecraft, the world is completely randomly generated. That's how that goes. And it's dictated by a thing called the seed. And every time the terrain generator changed, the seed would give you, you know, which, you know, the seed is meant to be predictable. You put in the same seed, you get the same world. But unfortunately, when the terrain generator changed, the same seed would give you completely different results. So, as a result, what would generate at a certain location in Alpha 1.1.2 now looks completely different in Alpha 1.2.0, which is the very next version, the Halloween update. So it'll use the already generated chunks for however long they exist, and then past that it'll generate new chunks. Obviously they're not going to line up because the terrain generator is different. And then also that, you know, if I'm going to be upgrading it to the Halloween update, I might as well go to 1.7.3 beta, just because, like, you're going to get the same terrain generation, just with more features, you know, and I want my fucking lapis lazuli. Is that how you say that? I don't know. It's always how I said it in my head, so that's how we're going to say it in the stream. I want my lapis. Which was a beta 1.2 thing. So obviously if you start, get the fuck out of here. So if you generate chunks, they don't get added to existing chunks, they only get generated in new chunks, you know? So in some ways, I kind of wish I had started this world in a newer version, just because there would be more to do. On the other hand, it's been really fun to play such a classic version with, like, you know, the nuclear grass and the really classic, like, this is I think this is still the classic terrain generator, you know, or at least the InfDev based classic one, or where it was still using, like, 2D noise generation, or, yeah, 2D Perlin noise for all of its generation, as opposed to the third. I just realized that Marf is still covering half the fucking screen. Wait. No, it's not. It was only on the edit function. It was only on the edit half of it. This is what I thought you were seeing the entire time. Because this is what showed up in my edit side, just so you know. Marf is normal to us. Well, see... That joke was fucking ruined. That's alright, it's all good. Yeah, we're just gonna... I mean, do you want me to keep it like that? Marv should cover the chat. Okay. Alright, I can make it even better. In fact, I can do even better. What do you think of this? Is this better? Do you guys like this better? Is this how we're gonna do the rest of the stream? This is the right size. Okay. Thanks, chat. Thanks for helping me figure this out. I feel like he's leaning into my face. He's about to tell you that your breath smells funny. Looking good, man. Much appreciated, DCB. To sneeze into my mouth. Revolting. Can you imagine, by the way, you giving a publisher that? Can you imagine? Oh, here's my new story about a slutty rabbit and his adopted raccoon child who sneezes in his mouth at one point. And their travels to the desert to take a very rich countess to a blood mage. It's okay. He does? Thank God. That's what the publishers really want these days. Jesus fucking Christ. Take them to a blood dragon. I'm sick, alright? I'm sick in the head. It's got a market. Take them to a drag show. Trapper would. Trapper unironically would. It's all fun and games until chat is lost media in MP4 format. He's right. He's alright. I see what he's saying. Transition. He is the drag show. Yeah, he's like, you gotta come out and support me. And she's like, this is no place for a child. And he's like, listen, this is how I grew up. Where's that image that's like true crime channels talking about a grisly double homicide versus lost media channels talking about a missing SpongeBob commercial? Okay, but what if I can never look at this again? It's true. I can't even disagree. I completely agree. Also, the classic sunrise, sunset with the rolling level of brightness going down. It doesn't even turn, like, the sky doesn't even turn orange or anything. It just kind of, like, gradually goes to dark. Yeah, that's basically how day and night works in Minecraft. They just turn the brightness down. Or old versions of Minecraft. I don't even have a bow, but I just like making arrows because it uses up stuff. Bows, by the way, do not have a durability in this version. They last forever, and I don't even think you have to charge up your bow. I think it just like fires it. So bows might actually be OP as fuck in this version. I've never. I should. Let's do it. I have three sticks. Yeah. Yeah, the arrowheads are changed in this version with the texture pack. Let's make myself a bow. Let's do some bow. Oh yeah. We got ourselves a bow. Alright, and let's give it a shot. Nice. Machine gun that shit. I can too. I tap like a motherfucker. Guns are cooler in old Minecraft. That's another thing. If you open a chest with something that has a right-click function, it'll use the item or do the right-click function as you open the chest. That's another thing he had to fix. So, yeah, it's definitely not a perfect game just yet, but man, is it fun and is it fucking playable. Which is not something you can always say about alpha versions. Like, this is like a perfectly fine playable game, you know? Which is impressive given that this is only like, I want to say, like a year into development, you know, for a game. That's crazy. Obviously, it would gain a lot more in the next year and a half. Actually, this was what, like mid 2010, so in November, I want to say November 18th 2011 was when the game came out. Isn't that crazy, by the way, to think of release being like 13 fucking years ago? 13 years ago this game came out, and then they just never stopped changing it. It's like, can you even call it a release at that point, or is it just like another stage of development? Like, what is even the point of releasing it, you know? I mean, that's why some games never come out. They're just in early access forever, because it's scary to just say it's done. Sorry, checking Reddit. Cammy's always be on Reddit. People talking about Nintendogs at another table. That's that real shit. My Roblox account is 14 years old. Wow. Can you believe that 14 years ago was 14 years ago? I can't count, so no. That's why you work in government. Oh. Hydration break. 1, 2. You know what to do. Alright. I now own that album. I actually finally have the information, which is cool. I'm gonna be my world's snowplows and clear off all the snow. At least on the roads. I'm okay with it on the grass. Honestly, that worked out better than I had anticipated. Just that little coating of snow. I might keep that in mind if I ever want to do more with that. That kind of vibe. Just turn on winter mode for like a brief moment and just let it coat everything. I told you they're fucking ruthless. Oh, that's another thing. Slabs, double slabs only drop one fucking block. What were they thinking? And then the piano music comes in. This feels like a cruel, sick joke at my expense. Oh. And it's gonna be daytime soon. There we go. I like that. Oh, one thing I do want to show actually while I'm here is the hole, the big fuck off hole I made. I showed you obviously peeking down into it, but the one thing that I didn't show you was at the bottom. Kind of a neat thing about Alpha is that oh god, that was fucking close. That scared me. There are actually holes in the bedrock layer in Alpha. So in the earliest versions of Minecraft, there was no bedrock. There was only lava actually at the bottom of the world. Then there was bedrock and lava. Well, there's no lava necessarily at the bottom of the world. Obviously, if there's lava lakes, there are. But there's holes in the bedrock layer. Meaning you can very, very easily access the void. Ooh. It's so loud in here. Thank you, They Might Be Giants, for the Spurg National Anthem. So, what I want to ask you, chat, even though I know exactly what's going to happen, should I stuff all of my items into a chest and go jump in the void hole? Void hole spelunking time. I wanted to save it. Yeah, here's a spare chest. By the way, there's no shift clicking items into chests, so you gotta do everything manually, which is super very fun. One at a time. There's that fucking chicken jumping. Time is money. Yeah. Tell it to the judge. It didn't send my last message. Common YouTube L. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, and this is another fun thing, by the way. Check this out. So everybody knows about the 2x2 crafting grid. You can just hold stuff in there in alpha. So you actually have 4 extra item slots in alpha. You might think that's cool, and it is cool. The issue with that is that it actually becomes a huge pain in the ass because stuff doesn't automatically go in there. So you actually have to juggle more if you use these as inventory slots. But it is a thing that you can do in alpha. I don't even know if you could do that in InfDev, but you can do it in alpha. Alright, so completely empty my inventory, so that way nothing gets lost, because we all know exactly what's going on here. We all know it's exactly going to happen. I've just never actually done it in alpha. So I bet it's going to be really exciting for 5 seconds. Whee. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Was it worth it? Was it worth the 2 minutes of me stuffing stuff into chests? I think it was worth it. It was a scientific, it was a social experiment. It was great. That was great. I'm glad I could solve these mysteries with you all. So yeah, I think I'll probably just spend the rest of the stream working on the church. Because that was the initial goal anyway, was for me to actually build this thing. Right now it's just kind of a skeleton of it. Praise be Steve. It's really crazy, by the way, to look at Jack Black and be like, because every time I think of Jack Black, I think of the Sex Laws video, which is easily the best thing he's ever been in, if we're being perfectly honest here. But you know, then he was. I mean, what else did he do? He was Po, right, from the Kung Fu Panda. That was his name, right? The panda guy. He's Octagon Man to me. This is another good role that he was in. See, I really just want Sex Laws to be in the Minecraft movie now, because that is the song that, in the context of the video, gave Jack Black's character the ability to put on hockey gear and give a rousing speech to the audience, where he encourages everybody that if you want to defy Sex Laws, I want to defy them too. And then there's a big confetti orgy. I want that in the Minecraft movie. This is, if this isn't canon, then I'm going to sue Microsoft. I'm just saying. But yeah. Oh, I really gotta craft some of these fucking snowballs, because they're just taking up too much space in my inventory. There we go, much cleaner. I mean, what else was he in? I can't remember. I'm not a Jack Black connoisseur. School of Rock, I know that. Obviously he's you know, in Tenacious D, so I'm sure he can actually play guitar. Oh, actually, I want this to be... I guess I want this to be a stone floor. Did Tenacious D break up? Yeah, so, shit, I don't even remember what totally happened. I don't remember. I think it was the other guy, Kyle Gass or something was his name. But he went off on a tangent about, like, wanting to kill Trump or something. And, Tenacious D, like, Jack Black, like, threw him under the bus. I mean, I don't... Let me look that up now. I'm curious. What happened? Because I remember seeing the video of it. But it was a while ago. They're on hiatus. Kyle Gass, that's his name. And he looks like... Well, I mean, they both look like fucking gross old fat dudes. Which, it was such his life. Yes, so that was the thing. So, a birthday cake was brought out, and Black encouraged Gass to make a wish. Gass responded, "Don't miss Trump next time." Black wrote on social media that he was blindsided by Gass's comment, and that he did not condone hate speech or political violence in any form. They canceled the rest of their world tour, and Jack Black said their plans are currently on hold. Gass apologized on social media, and then he deleted it later that week. At the premiere for Borderlands, that was another thing that Jack Black was in. What did he voice? That fucking robot? That trash can on wheels? Black said he and Gass remain friends and would return when it feels right. So, yeah, it was entirely because one guy was like, "Ah, man, the shooter fucking missed. That sucks." And then for completely... Because Jack Black didn't want his apparently still quite successful film career derailed by the comments, he just decided to break up the band. And it's okay. They're still friends, promise. Which I believe that they are. I mean, it would be really scummy if he really did, like, throw his longtime friend under the bus for that. Like, as in break up their friendship. But Minecraft movie was more important. It's true. Alright, so, hold on. This is 8 across by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 28. I need stone. So that is going to be... $224. Whoops. So that's exactly 3.5 stacks of stone to be able to make that floor. Okay. And I still managed to screw it up. Don't worry, me too. I was horrible at fucking math. They pity-passed me in fucking high school. It's that slow realization that you were such a smart young boy, and then you became an adult, and you were actually perfectly average the entire time. Yep. Maths is overrated, says Kevy. It's true. She doesn't need math. She draws things. She got to do her fucking school final last year by drawing Neopets. I count money. Now I'm just reminded of that evil autism post that's like, fuck your tank engines. My special autistic fixations are getting bitches, getting money, and having a huge cock and balls. Fucking bitches, fucking money. This is my special interest. You wanna fuck money? That throwing sound is fucking crazy. I guess you just have like like a slingshot for an arm. Oh, I see. I have so many venereal diseases. Well, don't tell us that. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I don't know what to do with the bricks, so I'm just going to put them in here for right now. That was a special surprise for later. Special surprise for who? I'm not having sex with you, question mark? This has gone in incredibly strange directions. I don't know. Oh, there's even more brick. I forgot all about all the brick. A garden variety of STDs. Man, can't this wait for the Valentine's Day stream? It's important to try new things, like sneezing in your partner's mouth. Man. I gotta remember not to. I gotta remember not to laugh. It just makes me want to cough. Yeah, no, that's efficiency right there. Pants furnace. Being sick of playing Minecraft is kind of a vibe on its own. Yeah. Well, I must say, it's definitely the kind of game that you want to, like, just binge. By the way, even if mobs can't attack you through walls, they sure can see you. That's why they still try to get at you. I did have chicken noodle soup tonight. It wasn't from a can. It was made with actual like chicken that we got from this store. Me when I get you, you fucking try it. Please come and get me. I'm lonely. By the way, it wasn't until beta that spiders could actually climb up blocks. So, spiders just kind of like hop like everything else. I had fake being sick so I could go to school. That is pretty sick of you. I never faked being sick. I would say I was a good boy, but the only thing I ever got high marks in was attendance. That's not true. I think when I was in middle school, I made honor roll a couple times, but by high school, I was well over that. Um, I fake being cool most of the time. I think you're cool. Kimmy can't lie, even about being sick in school. I can't. I'm really bad at lying. I am horrific at fucking lying. See, here's the thing. If you're lying, and when I did my jury duty, I made this clear. I'm like, to lie, people think that lying is like this really easy thing for certain people, but lying is really, really difficult. What serial liars do is that they simply lie, and then it doesn't matter if that is an easily provable lie or not. You know, like it's proven false easily. It doesn't matter because they're getting by on their convictions. You know, they're on effectively posing in a specific way. Like you look at Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell is a very confident person. He or at the very least, he's very pushy. So he exudes this like confidence to him, and people are like, well, if he was lying, he wouldn't be so confident. But that's how he does it. Yeah, my stepdad would literally do something and then say with his whole chest that I did it after we watched him do it. Exactly. It's not about, you know, they come up with some brilliant way to not get caught in the lie. It's just that they confidently say the lie. And then they ideally do it enough times that you're kind of over, you know, the Gish Gallop. If you lie enough times in a short period of time, you're just not going to catch most of it because you're so overwhelmed. So it's very, very difficult to lie. It's very, very easy to tell the truth because the truth, you just need to say what happened. And that's always been me. It's just been so much fucking easier to just say what happened as opposed to come up with some bullshit and then have to lie about it and then have to like... That's honestly why I was a good salesman, like for Staples and stuff, because anytime they wanted me to try to push something that I didn't think was a good deal, I never would, you know. So something like, for example, the screen protectors, which barely ever came up, even though we were supposed to push them as techs. The screen protector thing, I never did. I don't even remember what it was called. Just because I don't use a fucking screen protector. I've never needed a screen protector. I have still occasionally dropped my phone. I've never shattered my screen, you know. Believe me, I've even dropped my phone in the past week. It was fine. I don't know how people do it. Do you fucking throw it out a window? Anyway, so yeah, but meanwhile, like the Asurian protection, the reason I could sell people on that so confidently is because I knew it was an actually good deal. Because there were people at the store who had used it, and they're like, yeah, they literally whole ass give you your money back. They don't even ask questions. You don't need to give them the chair back or anything. You get your money back. I was like, oh, okay, that's a phenomenally fucking good deal then. So cool. And I was able to sell people on hundreds of dollars on plans a month. Because I knew it was a good deal, so I would just explain to them. I didn't have to do any salesman, you know, shuck and jive. I didn't have to do any of that shit. I would just explain it, and they would go, "Oh, that sounds like a good ass deal then." You know, so it's far easier just to tell the truth. That's all I'm saying. I don't say it because, you know, I am a capital G good capital P person. In fact, telling the truth has gotten me in trouble a lot. But, you know. That bulb was bullshit to build, by the way. Shut up, Jake. I'm processing. I'm rotating a potted plant in my mind. I'm thinking. I need more cobble. That's what I came for. Minecraft pacing, yes. I feel seen. Somebody gets it. That's another thing that's broken as shit, by the way, in this version. Fucking trees. The like leaf decay is so bugged. If you leave the, I swear, if you leave the chunk, all the leaves freeze in place, and however they were is just how they'll be until you go back and restart the process by fucking with the leaves. And if they're touching any solid block, they will not decay. Any solid block. No. Leaf decay is fucking broken. So, like, it's there technically, but if it's touching any solid block, you're not going to get any leaf decay. Or you will, but it will be very, very sporadic. And anything that's close to the solid block, nothing. The tree fucking mechanic is my job title. Sorry, I don't know why that took me so long. I have holes in my brain. Oh, that's another thing Jack Black did. He was, he fucked Dave Grohl and was a cross-dresser in that one Foo Fighters video. That went pretty hard. He reads the chat with his finger under the words. Nuh-uh. Not true. I can read just fine. It's true, I'm gonna become a Let's Player. I don't have to read shit. That's pretty based. The idea of you just write forever, and you just never know what any of it says. He uses voice to text. I'm like a boomer. I'm like my fucking mom, composing everything just with voice to text. Cami GPT all along. Very SEO. Remember, it is your civic duty to say, fuck SEO. Boom, exact. I'd rather die than click Minecraft Part 1. We're professional marketers. That just means you went to school. It doesn't mean that you actually know what you're doing. Episodic Let's Plays are retro as fuck. No, not everyone went to school for marketing. Damn, some people do this for fun? It's really cute. On Golden Age Minecraft, there's all these people who like start up their own, like, getting back to beta Let's Plays, like episodic Let's Plays. I'm like, I love you guys. Ain't nobody watching that shit. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I don't want to put it like that because that's horrible. But nobody watching that shit. Trasknari. I'll take your word for it. I live in a box. I don't go outside. 60 minutes in and I've just crafted a stone pickaxe. That was me at the start of this fucking stream. 20 minutes in, I haven't turned the game on. Yapping levels. Catastrophic. By the way, if I ever start sounding funny like that, like I'm like compressing my chest, it's because I'm trying to suppress a cough. Hold on. I'm 20 now, though. Congratulations, Jake. You're old. Emphasis on little. You should see how tall Jake is. Oh yeah, there's very few old channels that like still manage to get views worth a fuck. That's honestly on the better end of things. I'm 5'9". That's what they all say. Like, nuh-uh, I'm average height. Oh, he stopped uploading 9 years ago. Jake's a little man, pass it on. It's true. Sucking my... Aww. He looks like a little springy boingus. A little spingly bingus. Poor bastard. You're all mean. All I'm saying is you're glad I'm not tall, Kebby. Because our child would be like 7.5 feet tall. Congrats, Pat. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh, man. This is considered hate speech in the UK. That's fucked up. What happened to being excellent to each other? Why can't we be friends? I don't know how the rest of that song goes. Tris is gonna shank you. He's gonna wear his flat cap and he's gonna stab you. You're gonna get stabbed by someone's dad. Cough. See, that time it wasn't just silence. You had the soothing sounds of the Minecraft soundtrack. I have the. I mean, it was a pretty obvious joke. See, what you should have said is, I could beat Jake in a fight. I just sit on him. Wow, this music sounds a lot like the stuff on the CD Minecraft Volume Alpha. Tris, go to fuck to bed. You and your sister both are like, nah, I'm gonna stay up until I physically fucking can't. Sickly, sickly children. Alright, I think that may be a good time for me to call it, though. Not that I'm not thoroughly enjoying this, but, you know. It is the almost 2 3/4 mark. So. And I am just building at this point. I feel like we've had a decently productive, unproductive session. Yeah, but you can just go to bed. It's okay. You don't have to, like, stay up until it's, you know, late in the night for us. Like, that's, I don't know. I've been saying it for years now, but I really would rather you just, like, go to bed at a decent time for you as opposed to just staying up for me. Like, really, honestly. Anyway, it has been a good stream. It's been a very productive, unproductive stream. I've quite enjoyed it. Missing out on the bands. You're really honestly not missing out on a whole lot anymore now that I fucking go to bed at 10. Like, the past 2 days, I've been passing the fuck out. That's the thing. I fall asleep before Cabby, so she's like, oh, I'm missing out. You could be missing out. I'm already asleep. My word. Alright. Yeah. This is actually how I park the game usually. I always have like a window in the corner of the screen, and then I turn on the inventory, and then I go do something else, like in another window, and then I pop in when it's daytime again, which occasionally means I miss half the day, but that's perfectly fine. So that's where we're going to leave it right here. Transition. Thanks for showing. Thank you for actually showing up, Jake. I very much appreciate it. You are always fun to have in the chat. Cammy will stay up until he passes out and then go, I was waiting on you, to a person with insomnia. I'm just saying, go to bed. Just go to bed. It's all good. It's all good. Worst that happens is I have to wait until tomorrow to talk to you. I don't know. It's not that serious. Tomorrow is always a new day. Oh, sorry about that. I got distracted for a moment. Insomniac Games, Spyro. That's a Spyro sound effect right there. Reddit break. Stream disaster, distracted by Reddit. Bro's taking a Reddit break. I am taking a Reddit break. Alright, anyway, hopefully by next week I should sound decently normal again. I have actually been getting better pretty rapidly. Just as rapidly as I got sick in the first place. Believe me. Even Sunday, I was just sore all the fucking over. You sound like the nerd emoji. Yeah, well, you sound like the fucking Ojo from Bear in the Big Blue House. But that's normal. Anyway, what were they thinking? Being ill is the worst. Being ill is not recommended. I'm going to go relax and take it easy, though. You all do the same. You enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, we have visitors. Go ahead and save. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you back here next week. We will be doing... I know what we'll be doing. Flash games, I think, was what I said I was going to do on the 10th. Yeah. Not if I see you first. Listen. I would not be opposed. That's all I'm saying. I would not be opposed. But yeah. So, Flash games, I guess I'll coordinate with some of the Somnolians. You guys suggest stuff for me to play on Flashpoint. And then I will also have a potential fallback. If I have to play more Booba, I will. That seems to be what everybody wants to see. Personally, I'm always wary of repeating material just because, you know, sequels are never as good as the original. But such is life. The people demand Booba. Yeah, I mean, I could just grab Flashpoint Infinity, yeah. The people really do demand Booba. Well, you wanted to see it. Alrighty. Yeah, good stream. Night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you back here next Tuesday for the second of the Christmas Cornucopia streams. Have a good one. Love you all.